Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 15 line. 15 line. Chopper! Chopper! Let's go!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
You better be afraid of me! He's coming! Double up! Double up! He's coming! Double up! Cut! Mike 50! Mike 50! Hey, defense! Hey, defense! Leo! Leo! Bravo! Hit it!
To throw on second down. Trent, he's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey! Be ready! Be ready! Go!
From the gun, Trent. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check right, check right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let go.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
18 Gator. Check 53's mine. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Go. Mike, 53. 50. Hey. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 52. Protein spill. Hey, Zoo. Now.
Off the play fake. Trent. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Who's off Hawkins?
At the 43-yard line.
Mike 50. Here we go. Check 20. Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth. 50. Mike's 50. All day, just like that. Sneak grip.
Looking to throw on second down. Trent. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
50 or. Hey, Orbit. You remember me. Ready to go. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Trent. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Bell. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw on second down. Trent. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Squeeze.
Operating from the gun. Trent. He's got his man. It's Williams.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, high 7. Clear.
Off play action. Trent. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Ready, break. 53, Mike. Come on. You better break it.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Chargers nothing.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Trent sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 7. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. What's the run? They're running it. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trent, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Off the play fake. Trent, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Bell, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
16 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
Ready, set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the ball. Let's go.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking to throw. Trent, Allen's got it, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Five. I'm going to run you over. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go. Go.
From the gun, Trent. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trent, right back for Allen. This time he finds it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Hey, go. Let's go. 53 to Mike. Yep. 53. Check 53. Let's go one more. Check.
Operating from the gun. Trent letting one go deep for the end zone.
The first down pass. Incomplete in the end zone.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded at the 2. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Trent. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Time to go, night.
They're going to look to throw. He's got Smith here. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that
he rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really competent throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Protein spill.
He's checking crap.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bang, bang. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 44's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Quarterback, go get knocked. Go.
To throw again, Trent. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
What we got?
From the gun, Trent. Hunter Henry brings it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Trent. He's got Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
65. 65. Kill. H3. 218. Chopper. Ready.
Here's Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down. Check. Hey, Echo. Hey, Mike's 50. Blue Dan. Mike. Come. Step.
Operating from the gun, Trent. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th. Down.
Complete to Melvin Gordon. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
40-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ready.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
First down, Kansas City.
Come on, set.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now.
31's the mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Yo, go, go.
He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Check safety, check safety.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
SOS. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey.
61, matchbox lights. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first. Back to throw. Trent. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 35.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch gears, switch gears.
2nd and 4. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over first down.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
They're really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Down. Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Check.
Hey, Delta.
Check. 53's mine. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing on first down. Trent. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And some room to... Now Bell hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Caught here by Bell. Again he finds an opening. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He gets this one to Johnson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Set 18 Gator. Christian Travis.
On 2nd down now. It's Schwartz, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
53's the mark. 53.
Yes.
Check back. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
It's our field.
On 1st and 10, Trent. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Trent, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Trent. And Allen's got it. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, Trent. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he steps away, throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cannon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Trent. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's.
Ready? Look at me. Go. Fight.
From the gun, Trent. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate